Hey everybody, so here we are. We are, me and a buddy, we are out at the state forest and going on a little excursion. And tonight, so the sun's going down, we've got about another maybe 25 minutes of sun, 30 minutes. We're going on a night hike because spooky season has started and it's time to have some fun. And we're back out at the hotspot where we have been before. Matter of fact, the last part of the last excursion, we went in right over here, right in there, and cut back into that tree line and followed a creek. So we're going to follow, actually, I'll turn it around and show you. We're going to follow a trail this time because we're not up to doing a night hike off trail. That's not our plan tonight. So we're going to start with some light and we're going to go down this trail and we'll come back out. And then we're going to go further down this road and hit a spot where we're just going to sit. And that is also had some cool things happen. That's where things happened for us the last time we were here. So that's the plan. There is also a cemetery, depending on how we're feeling a few hours from now. There's a cemetery up the way that we may swing into and stop at for a while. And see what we see. So I'm going to take you guys with me as long as I can, as long as I've got light, and maybe we'll do some shadowy woods footage too with our headlamps, but I don't have any sort of night vision. But yeah, time for an excursion. Let's go. So I had a nice surprise. My buddy who drove us down here today gifted me a walking stick. And not just any walking stick, but a magic walking stick. Yeah. How cool is that? Pretty excited about it. Got a little bit of extra balance. It's really good. It's really, really sturdy. What'd you say this was again?
Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle, which I thought was a bush, is putting out. Must have been some old honeysuckle. That's pretty great. I love it. So if we see anything interesting on this trail, I'll let you know. Right now we got a little bit of light. The camera really doesn't capture it, per se. But light's slowly starting to get dim. This is the same area where on the last excursion, I basically had, it wasn't really mind speak or a voice in my mind, but I just felt a really sudden urge that I needed to turn the camera off. So we'll see if that happens again. Of course, I'll do it. But I just wanted to mention we're in the same area, like within less than 100 yards. So
I heard a wood knock.
You heard a wood knock, really?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we have a wood knock. I'm going to be quiet and we're going to hike a little bit. And then I will turn you guys back on if anything happens. Just one good one? Okay. Huh?
It's a heck of a hill.
A heck of a hill. That's all down. Oh, we've been going up. We're going to go up a little ways longer here. Let me turn it around. So that's where we are now. We're kind of midway. So this will be fun during the darkness. We can just roll down. It'll be fine. Did you bring the sled? We can just sled down. Okay, so we're in this clearing and we've got a little bit of light, and Luke was talking about an encounter that he had up here in this area. It was actually further back over this way, but I thought I would get it on film for you guys. He also has a channel on TikTok called Forest Folk. I will put a link down in the notes down below if you guys want to go check out what he's been doing and what he's
found. Like 8 years ago,
okay,
give or take, here at this park. And me and a friend were coming up this old service road. Yeah. And we had stopped to look at kind of the bare dirt to see if there were any impressions. We'd seen like turkey tracks earlier. And as soon as we did that, about 30 yards, from us, something jumped up out
Okay.
of this brush.
Okay.
And took 3 steps, and it was very bipedal sounding, boom, 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 and stopped.
Okay.
Audibly stopped. And so we moved towards it to see if we could jump it again.
Right.
And we did the exact same thing. 3 steps, boom, boom, boom. And this time we both caught a glimpse of it. And it was a brown fur, kind of a darker brown.
Okay.
And it appeared to be, about this high, 3.5-ish feet. But it was down an incline a little bit. So it was in that 4.5 foot height range. But it was just a quick blur of fur, what we saw. And it stopped a second time. And so we pushed towards it again, and we started to separate a little bit to see if one of us could get a better view of it. And when we did that, I heard it move across the old path,
right,
and to the other side. And when it was over there, it started tapping on trees. It was like tap, 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 tap.
Okay.
And we heard a response
on
the other side.
Okay.
Doing the exact same thing. And for about 5-10 minutes, it just kind of went back and forth. We just kind of stood there like, holy crap. I'm like,
what just happened?
What is this?
And for the record,
don't tap on trees, neither do deer.
Right, right. And we don't have bear here. We don't have anything that would be, except a deer, 4 or 5 feet off the ground.
Right.
Like on you, you're estimating what, like, how high up was it? Like,
it was probably this height.
Right. Okay.
So about armpit. I'm 5'9".
Okay. Okay.
So it was,
and it was much more overgrown too, right? You were saying it's not like it is now. It's died back.
It's about like this, like where you can't see into the woods.
Right. Well, that's a cool story, man.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It gets the heart pounding.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing that. Here you go, guys. So we're gonna keep going down this road here, down into that dark hole right there. Wish us luck. I want to show you guys something, because if you look, I'm going to zoom in, really cool, interesting structure happening back there in the back. Yeah, and you get this lean here in the foreground, but that looks, but this one here in the back, this one way back here, it's kind of cool. I'm half tempted to go give it a look. It's not that far off. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, let's go give it a look. Okay guys, so I'm losing light, but this is, so what I thought was in the foreground is actually part of this whole thing right here. This one goes up like this, and then you have these two, you can barely see it. The camera. But I might actually get my, maybe it hit it and broke, possibly. But you have these two leaning off. You have this bisecting it right here. It's so hard to see right now. I'm going to turn around so the light's maybe on it better. Yeah, you still can barely see it. But it's pretty cool. And it looks like there might be more over here, further back, but you can't see that on camera.
And it's like smeared since. This is all new dust.
Right, that's...
This I did.
Right, that's you.
Right when we got here, I went to open it.
But that is exactly the type of thing that I had on the back of my car. With that kind of print right there, that's pretty cool. That wasn't there when we left.
No.
Okay, I think we need to maybe do a quick thorough walk around. Everybody, let's get a closer look at this again. It's so weird, like...
another one on this side.
There's a what? Really?
Yeah. It's longer.
Oh, wow.
Goes up to there.
Oh, you're right. Look at that. There are, look at that. There are dermal ridges in that.
Uh-huh.
There are dermal ridges in that print.
That is like something touched and peeked
around. Put your
around.
hand up there, just... Like if that's a pinky.
Look how big that is.
That is really cool. And you've got a sticker on your car. Yeah. Dude, these happen on, I'm kid you not, these happen on cars that have stickers like this. That's when I got mine. I had that Sasquatch sticker and I got a full handprint on the back of my car. So just to go back, we've got one here. Is that a thumb?
It could be.
Okay. Bear with me on this, but what if this is the right hand, this is the left hand, and it came in and just sort of, I can't show you. But yeah, like it just took both sides, right? And it just went to the left and right. I just want to point out.
Here, but right there is like.
Oh yeah, there is a print right there. Yeah, there are ridges in that. Look at that. And then, oh, there is a smudge right there. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. What you got?
This, holding the flashlight at this angle. You can see more down here.
Oh wow, yeah. Look at that. Oh no, the handle, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it repositioned, because that looks like thumb or finger.
Maybe, yeah.
And it kind of looks like there's motion right there. But yeah, from this.
Yeah, there's more there. It's really small, but
yeah,
that's really good there. That's incredible. Hi guys, bit of a jarring cut, but here's the issue with the rest of this video is that I don't have footage. I learned a lot technically on this night hike. There were so many things that ended up going on and I just got wrapped up in the moment and I just forgot to record stuff. So that was number one, keep the camera rolling. Number two was I just didn't have the tech or the light to be able to show you guys. It was so dark out there. And so I wanted to kind of do a little bit of an afterward to talk about what we experienced, what isn't on screen, and we'll just leave it at that. And then the next time we go back out there, hopefully I'll do a bit of a better job. So right after we found the stick structure, we walked back on the trail. We went down the trail just a little bit, and then we paused and stood. I kind of got an intuitive hit to just stop and just listen to the forest. And during that time, I saw wood lights down the trail about 80 yards. And they were kind of reflected, like they weren't direct lights. They weren't like little LEDs or balls of light. But they were kind of like reflected light from what could have been a ball of light. And at first I thought my eyes were making, doing tricks on me. I pointed it out to Luke, and they were very kind of intermittent. And he ended up seeing them. I didn't tell him where to look at them, and he saw them exactly where I had saw them. And we confirmed with each other, same color, kind of a yellowish white. Thought that was pretty cool. We did not chase those lights. We figured that was probably not a good idea. And so it was starting to get a little bit later. We had been out a while at that point, and we decided to go ahead and come back. So we walked back the trail. Nothing really happened on the way back. And then we got to the car, and that's the footage you see with us around the car and the really odd handprints on the car. Now I had a handprint just very similar to this on the back of my car about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And it looked just like the same kind of cakey white substance. Now, we're going to do some test runs to debunk this. I'm going to put different types of handprints on the windshield. We're going to drive down the same gravel, dirty road. We'll see what we can collect, but they were pretty striking in person. So we stayed in that area a little bit. I played some of my steel drum that I have. I have a little tiny kind of lap size, maybe 14 inches or so of a steel drum. And I played that, and the energy just felt really, really good. It just felt really appreciative of the music. We got some owls to get going for us. We did hear coyotes at one point, a couple times actually. And then we moved down to the other hotspot where we had parked before and just waited. And I think we were there probably a total of about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I was feeling very peaceful, very at ease, very calm. And I did feel like we were being watched. Luke had some other experiences. He felt something very heavy fall down on the gravel road next to him. And it was not a walnut. It was not an acorn. It might have been a rock, but we were standing in pitch black and all of a sudden you hear something thud next to you and you look and all you see is rocks. So who's to say? So that was pretty intense. It got intense, but not in a bad way, really. And there was just this overall sense of being observed. And I did play the steel drum for them, a little steel tongue drum, for them a second time at that location. They seemed to really appreciate it. It just felt like there was appreciation there. Kind of things had quieted down, and I was looking. You could make out the gray strip of the road in the starlight, and that was about all you could see. And I was just kind of looking down that way, and I saw a light come out across the road further down. Oh, probably 200 yards, 300 yards, maybe more. I'm gonna say around 200 yards, maybe. No more than 250. And this light, right where I was looking, sort of came into being. I can't explain it anymore. It wasn't like a flashlight. Like a flashlight clicks on and off and the light flashes, right? And it's on or it's off. This sort of like blossomed and was a white ball. And from that distance, it was probably about the size of a baseball, maybe a little smaller. And it came on, and it wasn't as bright as a spotlight, but again, it was that sort of whitish, milky white, yellowish tinges. And I know this because I had time to look at it. And I was looking right at it when it happened, and it blossomed up. And then I think it was maybe only just a few seconds. And then it collapsed again. And there was a definite sense of it like extinct, like going out. And right as it was going out, Luke saw it, or he saw the motion of it out of the corner of the eye and happened to look in time to catch the end of it. So we both saw it. It was pretty cool. I ended up keeping a finger pointed at it, and we went ahead and took the car and drove down there, and I kept trying to keep the finger pointed, and it was in a tree line. There were no trails around. There's no trails right there. I know those woods right there, and there's no trails. There's no way like there was a road behind it for it to be some sort of weird moving car, but there were no cars on the road anyway. I think we only saw one, maybe two trucks the whole time we were there. And there was no truck noise. There was no car noise. There was no car on gravel noise. If someone was out there night hiking at that point in time, it just, in that location, it didn't make sense. Because in that location, there's no trail and it's fairly brushy. And the only thing that was there was like a big tree where I ended up pointing when we got there. The headlights illustrated or illuminated like a big oak tree. So the light had come from somewhere around the area of that oak tree. I don't know, but that's why I do these things, because we get these great experiences. And the light, like I said, was not an electric light. It came sort of into being, stayed for a couple seconds, and then like collapsed inward. We decided at that point, we were already rolling and we had to be home at a certain time. It was getting pretty late. We weren't going to be home till well after midnight. So we decided to go ahead and call it there. But it was an incredible evening. And next time I will do better with my footage. Gives you guys hopefully a little taste of what we experienced, a little idea of what's out there. if you go and poke it a little bit or go and just sit with it. These things really excite me and empower me, and I wish I had more time to take you guys with me out on more trips like this. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll be able to. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this long. Thanks for listening to our experiences. Luke's link down to his Forest Folk TikTok will be down below in the description. Check that out. He's got a lot of stuff that he's found, tree structures and things like that. And yeah, I will see you on the next card reading to be sure. And we'll see what we can do about having another excursion here before the snow flies. Okay. Take care, everybody. I wish you all the best. Peace and strength, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.